What's going on, everybody? Back here, back again, back for the fights. MMA investing. Joe himself, the Italian Stallion, here to do UFC Vegas 31. My friend, glad to have you back.
Yes, sir. Glad to be back. Recovering after the McGregor fight, the
Oh, bro,
hangover that comes with that. So,
dude, you know what's funny is just not to get off track. I become a casual once McGregor fights.
dude, I don't care what anybody says. I love the dude. I love watching his fights. I love the whole spectacle of the thing. And when he's an asshole like that, it makes it 10 times better.
It
So
does. It
all these
does.
dudes are like, "Oh, he's such a dick. Like, what a douchebag." It's like, dude, it's hilarious. Like, that's what made him famous, anyways. But
Yes.
I'm personally, I'm happy that all the casuals are gone now, dude, because all these celebrities that come out for the fights, and then all these people that just come out of the woodworks, like, who you got in the McGregor fight? I can't stand it personally. So now we don't have to hear from them until McGregor's back again, thankfully. And then all these celebrities who get tickets to the fights, they don't even show up until the McGregor fight. They don't watch the prelims. They hardly watch the main card. They don't watch the O'Malley fight. They show up for one fight. It's like, dude, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
So,
They showed Justin Bieber. They showed Justin Bieber walking in with like 2 fights left and shit.
yeah, like, give me a break, dude. OBJ's walking in and they're like, who are you here for? Who are you rooting for? And he's like, you know who I'm here for. Like, no, we don't know who you're here for, dog. Who? McGregor, assumingly? Like, come on.
It's funny though because there's negatives and positives because the positives to it is McGregor brings everybody together. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%, dude. It's crazy. It's
If,
crazy how many people, like, I got girls in my office that probably never watched a fight in their life talking about it, like, well, yeah, I think I'm going to the McGregor fight tonight or something. Yeah,
dude,
who's he fighting? Dustin Prober? Like, it's,
hey,
so yeah,
real
he
quick,
brings in all the lyrics, man.
dude, I'm gonna throw my girl under the bus. So she'll watch it every so often, but McGregor's fighting, right? So all of a sudden she's into it, right? And she's like, "Oh, who's he fighting? Does that say Cormier? How's he fighting Cormier?" I'm like, "Oh, damn it, no, no, dude."
You gotta,
Yeah, but bless her heart, she McGregor brings everybody, like you said.
no, dude, it's dope though. Yeah, there's a cool side of it because even Dana White said he brought the sport global. He's the reason, huge reason why the UFC is what it is today. So he's a mega star for sure.
100%. And honestly, bro, I can't wait till he comes back.
Yeah, man. You gotta give him a winnable fight though. I'm thinking like Chandler or Ferguson maybe. I think Chandler. I think he sleeps that dude because I think Chandler's a little chinny. I've seen him knocked out 2 or 3 times, and just stylistically, I think that's really a good fight for McGregor. But that's just subject for a different day.
100% right. But yes, UFC Vegas 31. Again, McGregor just takes it all out of us, right? So for
Yeah,
sure,
for
we have the man beast himself, Islam Makhachev, guy that you tell me, everybody tells me that everybody's avoiding him. Yeah.
that's what it sounds like, man. Like, I keep hearing that. I don't know if I've heard like specific names like that
Yeah.
have actually ducked him, but like the word around town is like guys in like the top 10, top 5 range of they get to call and fight Makhachev and they're ducking it. But I don't know how true that is. It would make sense because he is number 9, I think, and he
Yeah.
just was number 9, I think, before he wasn't even ranked before his last fight.
Yeah.
And so you're fighting a super dangerous opponent with a super difficult style and he's ranked below you, like not everyone's gonna be inclined to take that fight. So it makes sense.
No, for sure, dude, for sure. So on that aspect, he's fighting Thiago Moises, who isn't your household name, right? He's not your household name. But in Moises's defense, he took the fight. Obviously, UFC offered it to a bunch of guys. He took it, so hats off to him. Do you see anything else going on besides just getting Russian fucked to death?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think Moises was probably the best they could do because I think he hovers around at like 16 to 19 area, like right outside the top 15. Because I don't think he is ranked. I don't think he's number 15. I think 50 of is. But yeah, I'm sure they called up some dudes in front of him. Couldn't get a fight, I'm sure. So Moises is probably the next best thing, I guess. But yeah, man, Moises is really good. He's a really high level BJJ guy. He has pretty good striking too. I remember seeing his last fight. He had some nice technical boxing, some good kicks in there.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a pretty not on the feet it's probably 50-50, honestly. Makhachev looks better every fight with the striking, but I would give a slight edge to Moises on the feet, not by much, honestly, but because Makhachev is better. But on the ground, man, Moises is dangerous with the jiu-jitsu. So it's that classic Dagestani wrestling versus the Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy from Brazil matchup. Makhachev's a minus 600 favorite. That's a little wide, honestly. Like, like that's not really justified. Moises is an elite fighter for sure. But yeah, I see it playing out how it always plays out with Makhachev. Gets you to the ground, really good top pressure, really good ground and pound. I don't think he's going to find a submission on Moises because I think Moises is going to do a really good job of kind of staying safe. I think there's going to be a lot of scrambles, and I think there's going to be a lot of sweeps, like really high level grappling, like transition and stuff like that.
Okay.
We might even see, Moises end up in some good spots. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But I think over the course of 5 rounds, Makhachev is just going to find himself in the dominant position more often or not, get some good ground and pound off. Maybe a TKO finish late, maybe a submission. I doubt it, the submission. But yeah, I think Makhachev by two decisions might be my final pick.
Yeah, and I mean, you said it best yourself, and I'm gonna ride the casual hype train too with Makhachev. Everybody's ducking him. He's gonna wrestle, fuck him, Russian, fuck him, however you want to see it. But real quick, if like you said, Moises does have tools, he is a little dangerous. Let's say for some reason Moises does win, he like a spectacular knee, elbow knockout. What does that do for Moises? What would be next for that? Because I don't think anybody is really picking him for this fight, right? It's kind of like a feeder for Makhachev. The next. I don't want to say the next Habib, but they're kind of painting it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing with Moises is, Makhachev's 9. I don't see him taking that spot. He'd probably get inside to the top 15. I don't know who would give him, honestly. Maybe like guys like Fiziev. He just lost his fight with he just beat Alexander Hernandez, and but before that, he had lost to Bobby Green, which isn't a very good loss. I mean, Bobby Green's good, but if we're talking about getting into the top 15, being a top fighter, like that's not a good loss. And Bobby Green won pretty decisively, if I remember correctly. And then even before that, Michael Johnson was piecing the dude up really badly. The first round, and then in the second round, Michael Johnson does what Michael Johnson does, found a way to lose.
Yeah.
He just wasn't very highly regarded. I remember like he had some sketchy spots, some sketchy losses, and then he caught a little bit of a win. He got that win over Hernandez.
Yeah.
And he's kind of been looking better. So yeah, I don't know what you do with him. He's never going to be a top 10 fighter. Like he doesn't do one thing particularly well. His wrestling isn't very good to be able to get to ground, fights to the ground, and his striking isn't incredible. So I honestly, short answer, I don't know what you do with him, honestly. Like top 15, top 13 guy, I would say.
Now, if Makhachev does win, as everybody thinks, as we think too, do you think he gets a top 5 guy? Do you think they interject? Do you think he even calls out? Do you think he calls out the champ? Because his story, and I know it's jumping the gun, but his story could be, hey, all these top guys are ducking me, so maybe I should deserve a title shot. You know what I mean?
100%. Well, he was supposed to fight Charles Oliveira at one point, even 5-6 months ago. They had a fight scheduled. All was pulled out, I think, or something like that. And then RDA was supposed to fight Makhachev. RDA pulled out. Yeah. Now we get freaking Thiago Moises. So, maybe it is true. Maybe everyone really is scared to lose to the guy.
No, I don't think Oliveira's gonna keep the belt that long. I don't know why. I just feel like you know what I mean. Yeah.
I think Poirier beats him. I just honestly, you can give me shit if you want, but I think McGregor could beat him. I think he's a little chinny, and I think he could be broken. And I wouldn't be surprised if McGregor caught him early at all. We saw Chandler do it, and McGregor, like with his precision of his punches, it's not like it used to be, but I think it's still good enough to catch Oliveira clean and put him out. I don't think Oliveira is. I think he's very good. I think he's very high level, but I think there's some guys right there in that top 3, like Gaethje, Poirier, McGregor even. They could give him problems. I think even Makhachev could probably beat him. When they're scheduled to fight the first time, I think Makhachev was the favorite. So that wasn't too long ago.
No, you said it great yourself, but to me, it kind of reminds me. You remember when Michael Bisping was champ?
Yeah.
And I love Bisping. He's hilarious. But when he was champ, you just kind of feel like, oh, anybody could beat that fool. Yeah. you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, he's going to be a dominant champ. And that's how I feel about Oliveira.
He even knew it. Yeah. To be fair to Oliveira, like he's very deserving. And I think he's, like technically speaking, like levels, he's a lot better fighter than Bisping ever was. I mean, that's kind of hard to say because like Bisping was great, but like, I mean, if you look at the striking, you look at the BJJ credentials, and even his wrestling's improved. I mean, Oliver is pretty fucking good, but I do think there's some tough matchups, and I do think the biggest thing is durability a little bit. And he's not very physically strong. I mean, if you're looking at him, like he can get controlled, he can get out positioned, out muscled. And yeah, I think he just has a tendency to break. But I just don't think he's been pushed to that point in a while. But yeah, I think guys like Poirier beats him, Gaethje beats him, McGregor even. I think Chandler could still get him. I know he lost, but I mean,
I hope Chandler gets back in that picture, bro. I like Chandler a lot.
Oliveira just had the perfect storm. You know, he got a washed out Ferguson. He got Michael Chandler who's coming over for Bellator. I mean, he never really had to face any of like the top 5 guys.
Yeah.
See, like right now, like he didn't have to fight, you know, any of those dudes. And then he got out of the Makhachev fight because I bet, you know, I mean, I don't want to say one way or the other, but I probably would have put my money on Makhachev winning that fight. I always favored the Dagestani wrestling over the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So.
No, yeah, no, I agree 100%. Now, last thing on this segment, Bob McGregor, of course. What do you think, or do you think going back down to 145 is a good idea? I was thinking about that this weekend.
I posted that on my IG, dude. And
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, is he? Because how old was he when he was in featherweight? He's like 26, 27.
Yeah, he was in his mid-ish 20s, bro. It's way different.
Bro, that much. I mean, I'm sure he still makes the weight. I know it was a very draining weight cut. I remember him looking super scary at Williams. Like had that skeleton face going on. So that was a harsh weight cut, but a lot of guys still do harsh weight cuts. He could still make the weight. I think. I just don't think he doesn't have to and he doesn't want to. Like it's probably such a hard weight cut. And he's so freaking rich. He's like, why would I do that to my body? Why would I do that to myself? Like. But if we're talking purely fighting wise, it probably is a smart move. But I mean, look who's at the top right now: Volkanovski, Holloway, even Zabit if he fights again.
Honestly, bro. Honestly, I think Holloway's a horrible matchup for McGregor right now.
Terrible matchup. Holloway probably smokes McGregor at 145 again because I mean, Holloway's never been knocked down. I don't know if the guy's ever been freaking dropped. He can go all freaking day with crazy output and crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I think Holloway would destroy McGregor at 145.
Yeah, dude, you brought up a good point. I was gonna ride that 145 train, but I forgot about Holloway. You brought him up right now. Good point.
He beat Volk, I think. But yeah, Holloway is a different story. I think.
Yeah.
I think Volk could be a tough fight. Because look at that. He's one of those dudes gonna be. He's gonna be tough to put out. Look at that head.
No, I agree 100%. Now we try to not make this the McGregor section, but hey, it is what it is. We just see him fight, so it's all good. Hopefully he recovers soon. Great doing these fights with you, bro. I look forward to it all the time. Hopefully it's a good fight card. It's not for the casuals, right? It's not for the casuals, but hopefully it's a good fight card. I look forward to the fights every week. It's when there's no fights on Saturdays, it gets me antsy.
Yeah, me too, dude. Yeah, drains the heart a little bit. I don't know what to do with myself, so.
Yeah, for sure. We'll go on the next one, man. Appreciate having you on. MMA investing, get those picks. He's killing it with those picks. Sign up right now. Hurry up with that shit. Joe Hair out.